What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 7th episode of the Phoenix Studios live show. And all I can say is get your carrot peelers out, man. You've got to get your carrot peelers out for this Mohawk. Hey guys, happy Friday. Hope you guys are all looking forward to your weekends and stuff. This show is going to be kind of like a bit of a test. I'm going to try and do kind of like a shorter show. Still got a few segments in there, no worries, but I'm trying to kind of like make the Wednesday show the main show, and then this show is effectively going to be kind of a bit shorter, more like an unplugged kind of jam session type thing where it's a bit more relaxed. I would like to get out my acoustic guitar at some stage, probably not today because the pickup isn't actually working on my electroacoustic guitar. So for the next one, the next Friday, I will try and get out my acoustic guitar and play a bit of acoustic guitar. It might be a bit different. So what I'll do is I'll go straight into our lineup for today. So here we go. Hey Nick, thanks for joining. I hope you got your carrot peeler. Lots of carrots to peel. Brilliant. Okay, so this is our kind of stripped back, unplugged edition of the show today. I'm probably going to keep to about 1.5 hours is what I'm going to try and keep to. There will be some rock and roll in there, of course. There will be some guitar. There will be the vault a bit later on in the show where I've got some new things to talk about. Well, some new old things to talk about, I should say. And, of course, we're going to be working on our carrot Mohawk skull a bit, for a bit at least, I would say, in the show. So lovely sunny day in Liverpool today. So here we go. So let's get into our news. So we're now up to 27 followers, and that's thanks to Anton Peck, who followed I think it might have been at the beginning of the last show. So we're kind of getting we're over the halfway mark now. And we're going to try and get to 50 followers, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping. That would be really awesome. And so I'm looking forward to that. The next stream will be on Wednesday next week at 6 p.m. GMT, the same as it was this week. I really enjoyed Wednesday's stream. A lot of people seem to join in. Everybody seemed to be free. And also, I don't think anyone else is streaming straight after me. So I think Wednesday is actually quite a good time from what I can gather. So let's try and see how Wednesday and Fridays go from now on. And there we go. So the other news is that our little Phoenix mascot, Chaos, is now complete. And I've chucked him out on social media the other day. Because I effectively don't want to tweak him anymore. I want to be done. It's done as far as I'm concerned. So I put him out there on social media. It's done, and I've got a few likes here and there, which are really nice. And in terms of the name, again, I want to shout out to Frank, who ended up winning the name kind of little contest voting thing we had going. So cheers Frank, cheers for naming him. And also we both agreed that Chaos with a K would sound better. So, he's got a Chaos with a K. Sounds a bit cooler, I guess. But thanks to everybody who entered the name vote. I'm sure there's going to be other things to vote on very soon. So if you're all happy with that, that'd be cool. Right. And then next, there's been a few conversations going on in the Discord. So I thought I'd just highlight a few of you guys who've been kind of like really chatting in the Discord and really kind of taking part in things. So I really appreciate it. So we had a bit of a discussion about Brock Hoffer, who was mentioned on the Signal Noise broadcast. He is quite incredible in terms of his work. I mean, the illustration work that he does is so complex. It's quite incredible. So, that Seeker was saying, he's really recently started streaming and stuff, and I was checking him out on his stream kind of way before I started looking at his Behance stuff. And then you look at his Behance, it's incredible. Hybrid kind of agreeing, saying, his art looks like art that he's been wanting to make for years. I totally agree. It's something to strive for, 100%. I really want to sort of get to that level of detail. And Lena Ritchie was saying as well, I tend to think that some people get relaxed spending a lot of time on details, which that's actually a really good point, and I hadn't thought about it that way. So So yeah, really cool to chat about Brockhofer. And of course, we couldn't have any kind of chat about the last one without talking about Mohawks, specifically carrot ones. So yeah, so Nick, who's in the chat right now, put this hilarious JPEG of a purple carrot, which I didn't even know you could get purple carrots. So there you go. And yeah, Lena also laughing out loud, saying she has a load of Mohawks in the fridge. My war trophies, I cut their owners with a knife and eat. Crazy stuff, guys. I love it. I really love the creativity going on in the chat. So yeah, right. So what I'll do now is I'll get into the headliner. And what I'm going to do quickly, actually, is for next week, I am going to try and do this, but I'm not quite sure if it will work. So we'll do a kind of like a little test now. Basically, what I want to do is I actually want to try and share a Spotify playlist with you guys, and then you guys could kind of request things and stuff. So if I just switch over to my little camera, there we go. So I kind of started up a little playlist. I'll just turn the volume down right now, turn it low at least. So what if I do? So if I start my little playlist that I've started, I'm hoping to then go on the Discord and share it. So if I go here, yes, I remember. I got confused. Yeah, let me just type this in. Feel free to listen along. And what I would like to do kind of maybe next week, I'm going to announce it officially next week, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so that people can actually request things, and then the song track and stuff will come up at the bottom of the overlay, so you'll be able to see what's actually being played right now. And if people want to request stuff to listen to, I thought that might be quite cool. You have to have Spotify for it to work, but yeah, I just thought it was a pretty cool idea. Just because I'm so used to like sort of doing work with music in the background. So yeah, right. Yeah, so feel free to listen along and request anything you like. You know, I'm going to try that out this today. I'm going to see how it goes. Nick, you don't have Spotify. No worries, man. I think you can listen on the free version, I'm assuming. I think you'll get an advert or something now and again, but I think if you want to listen along on the free version, feel free. Hey, Destiny's here. How's it going? Thanks very much for tuning in. Just to kind of catch you up, we're going to be working on this skull today. I started it the other day, and yeah, it's a carrot Mohawk skull, as some people have been saying. And it's my art director, my girlfriend, who actually first called it that, and I mentioned it, and it's kind of gone crazy. Everybody's calling it the carrot Mohawk skull. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I hope you are too. So yeah, feel free to listen in. If you go on my Discord, basically it comes up with a little thing that says listen along on Spotify. Actually, you know what? I'll put it on James's one as well, so that way. Feel free to listen along. There we go. Yeah, I'm testing this out, but basically next week it'll be announced officially. And yeah, that should work hopefully quite well. Right, so back to this little skull. Cool. Okay, so I think where we left off last time, I actually had like the left eye sort of coloured, but it wasn't really working. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to focus on getting the face in a bit of a better place, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, and it feels like... Right, let me just record this, because I haven't recorded my process video, and so I really need to do that, because I'll probably forget otherwise. Bear with me a second, guys. Sorry. Is that working? I don't know, because I can't see... Oh, I know why. Basically, I use a little app to record my process, and sometimes I completely forget to turn it on, which I did. Okay, I don't want that to come up. Let's move that out of the way, and that, I don't want that either. Right, let's just make sure that this is working correctly. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Right, recording. Okay, we can start off now. Yeah, so I wonder what you guys have got planned for the weekend. Might be heading out on a little trip tomorrow. Check out a place called Chester, which I haven't been to in a long while. With my girlfriends, we might go for a nice sunny weekend there. Hopefully the weather will kind of stay good. Yeah. Right. I really do need to get some Bluetooth headphones. That's something I probably should try and acquire, because that would be easier rather than me having a cord kind of dangle over my tablet. Yeah. Right. How's that looking? Yeah, and I would love to get people listening to the Spotify, even if it's just in the background or something. Would be pretty damn cool. Just to get people in on that, because I love listening. Obviously, this is a music themed show, and I love listening to music while I'm working. So, yeah, but of course you can't really broadcast music on Twitch without getting into trouble. So yeah. Right. Let's see how we go on this. Would love to have the shading done today on this. I really would like to enter Signal Noise's cereal box challenge. I don't know if you guys are entering that, but I would really like to contribute something. I'm not quite sure what. I have a kind of a rough idea as to what I'm going to do, but for now, yeah, I won't be revealing anything just yet, because I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Might be a terrible idea. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, cereal box challenge. I want to. Yeah, man. I can't remember who suggested it. Somebody suggested it, that I should be taking part. I think it may have been Reviver Night, or someone may have suggested it in the chat last time round. And yeah, I hadn't really thought about it, and I had a silly idea which I really want to do. It's kind of like a little bit of a tribute to a band in some ways, like a band album cover. So it kind of works, but I don't know if it'll be good. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Could be good. I really enjoyed James's show last night. I don't know if you guys tuned in. I think you guys did. That Signal Noise Origins with all the different websites, man, was freaking awesome, and it's made me want to actually go back and find all my different websites that I make, because I've got loads on floppy disks and God knows what else. Probably not as many as he does, to be fair. He had so many. Yeah, so I would really like to go back and find all these old websites, man. Yeah. That's looking a little bit dark, to be fair, so let's take that back a bit. Yeah, tricky. I guess I could always highlight that little bit there. Come on, Photoshop. Don't get stuck now. Okay. Yeah, so this will be, like I say, a bit of a shorter stream. Probably finish about 7:30ish. It's kind of where I want to be. There's no blast today. There will be on Wednesday, of course, because that's going to kind of be our main headliner show. But for today, there will be some guitar playing a little bit later, but there won't be a blast as such. And I have some really sort of interesting ideas planned for next show. I'm hoping to get them all in place. The Spotify thing was kind of one of them, but you'll also be able to kind of request stuff. So you guys get a bit of a preview already. You'll be able to request songs, change the playlist and stuff like that, which is what I want to do. I'm hoping it will work, but it's all very new, so you know how technology goes. Can potentially go wrong. Hopefully it'll be a good. Yeah. And I've got some other stuff as well I'm preparing. I really would like it to get a new section in next week. I'm not quite sure what yet, so it might involve a little bit of planning at some point on the weekend, but yeah, I really would like to get something in there. Let's see, I think if I can get that in there. Oh man, I forgot I put Def Leppard on this playlist. There's some serious weekend music right there. Love a bit of Def Leppard. Yeah. Right, bear with me a second. Try something. Sorry, I'm just bringing up a Chrome browser a second. My other monitor. Just want to check something. How's that looking? Okay. Right, back on the. Yeah. I found on the last stream that I'd started on that highlight for that iron, it just wasn't looking quite right. So I really needed to kind of pull that back and just focus on the shading for now and get the shading for the skull done first. Because that can sometimes be the... There's no point in me doing highlights and things until I get the shadows right, is what usually happens. So yeah, let's get that right first. I don't know about you, Nick, but it's been really warm here. I think you're in the UK, aren't you? It's been really warm here today. I think it must be, it's at least 18. It was 21 yesterday. But yeah, very warm. I'm still in shorts, to be fair. You're in Dallas, Texas. Oh man, I thought you were from the UK. Okay, I got that completely wrong. Crazy. But it's still warm here too. Of course, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I can imagine. The climate over there must be like always warm, I guess. There must always be like some sort of degree of warmth in that kind of area of the world. Never been to Texas, man. I would love to go to Texas. I've never been. That would be pretty damn cool. Right. Try and get all these little fiddly bits in. So there's always a little fiddly bit. There's a little area here. Trying to get those little shadows in. And I may have very well put too many lines on this. I will do a bit more work on the carrot mohawk today as well, I'm hoping. I would like to get it a little bit more refined. Hoping so, anyway. You guys got much planned for the weekend? Doing anything? I'm hoping to get out and about tomorrow and do something. Get away from the computer for a bit, especially if the weather's good. I always find this little area of a skull kind of tricky because you're not sure how much shading to put in. It could be that you put in too much or too little. Right. see how that goes. Yeah, probably needs a bit more shading. Yeah. I'd like to get the onion, the onion nose, as some people have called it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in or leave it be. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go on it. Yeah, and hopefully this is going to look okay by the end of it. I'm still not sure. Hoping that I can not make it look too silly with a carrot mohawk and stuff. Hopefully it'll look good. So kind of working on a little bit of a super dark layer, I suppose you could call it. So I've got a dark and a bit darker, I guess. Right. Let's see how we go. Okay. That's looking pretty cool. Okay. Maybe that needs to be a bit darker up here. And I might very well take the base, like the base layer color down a bit, because it is quite bright. Maybe I should do that now before I go any further. So, because that's kind of the color I want for highlights. So we'll have to see how we go on that one. See how we go. Right, let's have a look. See if I can make that. Whoops. Don't know what's going on there. I think I may have flicked the mouse a bit. Yeah, so I think it should be a bit darker. Oh, maybe not. It's hard to tell. Pump my brightness up a bit. Hard to tell. Oh, that reminds me, I need to chat with that seeker about this little collaboration we got going on. I completely forgot. What an idiot. Hopefully I can chat to him a bit later tonight or something. Yeah, me and that seeker got a little something planned, and I would love to put it on a future stream sometime soon. So I need to get in touch with him. It's my bad. I've been a bit too preoccupied the last day or so because the weather's been so good. It's been like really awesome and just chilling in the lovely sunshine yesterday. Doing a bit of preparation for this yesterday as well, but yeah, just chilling. Oh, I need to save. Save. We've saved. Right, enough. Go. Oh, it's so nice to actually listen to some music. I know you guys can't necessarily hear it, but it's actually just I'm so used to listening to it, like I say, to actually listening to it while I work. It really helps me work. So to actually have a headphone in and listening to my tunes that I usually listen to is quite nice. And yeah, I'm hoping next week that people can select stuff and try that out. Like I say, I don't know if it'll be used. It may not be. People might be like, oh, I can't be bothered with that. But hey, I'll try it out, see if it works, see what happens. I wonder, apart from the obvious carrot mohawk guy, I wonder what his actual name is. Maybe it's Frank or something, or Mo the Skull. Don't know if we need a vote for this one. Who knows? Yeah. Like I say, I'm still testing out this format as to whether people enjoy having 2 shows a week, or I mean, I'm probably I think I am going to stick with kind of a main show, load of different segments, of which I'm going to start some new ones, hopefully next week. And then a smaller show like this, which is just more creative streaming and a bit of rock and roll, but nothing too heavy duty for a Friday, because people are all out partying probably. All out having a beer. Oh, lovely weather. Oh man, I've done something completely off there. Oh yeah, it's that layer. It's looking a bit better. I have done shading on skulls before, but I can't remember quite how I did them. I feel like I'm going to have to make another layer and then just do kind of a... because that's too bright as it stands. Oh, I made it too big. Okay. Well, that's too... down. Try and just pull that down a bit in terms of colour. It's just a bit too bright. Don't know if that's going to look crap. Might do. And then I'll probably do some... let me just do some highlights quickly. Just try and highlight those areas. Just see what it looks like. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. Just get some highlights in there. I wonder if we have any lurkers on the stream. Check who's on the stream. I think might be a couple of lurkers. But with it being Friday, possibly not. Oh yeah. A couple of people. No worries. Try and put this in here. See how it looks. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm looking for. So I was right in terms of reducing the colour down. Definitely need to reduce the colour down around there. Because like I say, I've done this on one other project before. Right. Yeah, finding this quite therapeutic actually for a Friday afternoon. Don't feel particularly rushed or anything. You know, the last couple of streams I've kind of had to rush right at the last minute to get everything ready, and it was quite nice this time just to kind of feel quite relaxed. Don't feel like I have to have tons of content prepared and slides and news, and yeah, definitely like to prepare a bit more in advance. Seems to work quite nicely. But I would love to, like I say, introduce a new section next week. Keep it going, man. Yeah. And I'm hoping you guys are kind of enjoying what I'm doing. I think most of the feedback's been quite good, but yeah, like I say, I think it's going all right. I think most people seem to be enjoying what I do, so that's cool. I'm really happy that people are enjoying it. So, but I would love to probably get a little bit more feedback from you guys, but that's all right. I understand you guys are busy. This stream is not exactly top priority for anyone. I totally get it. No worries. Anyway, I appreciate people tuning in anyway. That's more than I expect. Is that a bit too linear? No, it's not so bad. Maybe that needs to be darker. Ugh. Oh dear. Colour pick. Some shadows. Nope. Not pink. Colour pick that maybe. I set my opacity. Okay. That's too much. Probably about there, I suppose. Hard to know at this stage. Still early days. And it might be that I try and get a bit further on, certainly on this piece, because I want to finish it by the end of next week. I actually don't want to be doing too much on them. I think I can do it because I think I can do it. I think it's the 30th, the signal noise challenge final thing. What am I talking about? Deadline, even, that's the word. So I need to check what day that is. Actually, I'm going to check now. Quickly do an all access thing. 30th is a Monday. Oh boy. So not next Monday, the Monday after. Ooh, well, I won't be able to stream that potentially. If I do it, I don't know, man. I may not have time, we'll see. Be a shame not to enter, to be fair, but 6:35. No, it's too dark. That's still too dark. Okay. Kind of want that colour there. Let's colour pick this because it'll be easier. We'll go back and change bits. Yeah, that's just not right. It needs to be a slightly darker colour. I want it dark, but I don't want it crazy dark. Maybe I do. Not sure. Let's try getting that in. It's almost like I want to have like half of it. Oh, it's a tricky one, getting shadows and highlights on any kind of human looking thing to look correct. Yeah, I've had this before. That's kind of getting there. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a super dark around there. So what I don't want is it to look too, I guess, pasty, I suppose, is the word I would use. And the problem is now I'm not laying any of my layers, so I'm going to have to just colour pick. Nope, that's not the right thing. I haven't done that. Okay. Colour overlay. That one. And yeah, I think on some of my future pieces coming up, I possibly won't do this airbrush style anymore. I feel like I'm growing out of it a little bit already, and I only started this probably December or something. I started doing this kind of style. I feel like I want it to evolve a bit. I want more detail in there. Certainly, looking at that Brock Hoffer stuff, man. Posted it on Inspiration on Discord, and originally it was on Signal's broadcast. My God, that guy, detail's incredible, and I really would like to get some more detail in my work. I think it's kind of inspired me to really push forwards on the detail side of things, at least 100%. Currently listening to a bit of Kill Switch Engage at the moment. I love that band. Really heavy stuff, but like quite positive as well at the same time. Certainly the later stuff. It's really positive. I feel like, right, okay, that needs to be a bit darker, so if I go on that. Nope. Don't mind me headbanging while I listen to Spotify. Love it. So nice to listen to stuff. possibly work on the highlights here. I don't know them. Okay, color overlay again. Light green. Zoom out. Yeah, I'm just worried about it getting too muddy and a bit too dark, so that's always the risk with this sort of thing. You gotta kind of make sure there's enough light tones. Kind of want that, I guess. Light a bit there. Take the flow down a bit, maybe just. Can't get my flow brush to work. Try it with a mouse. Oh, there we go. 27. Love adding that little outer glow on the edge. It really makes it pop out. I love doing that. It's such a simple thing, but it just automatically looks better as soon as you do that. I can't explain why. It's one of those things, I guess. I feel like I want to add some more here. Maybe I'll highlight. So I might do another highlight layer that's slightly less. Would help if I'm on the right tool. There we go. No, that's not right. Okay. Copy that. Now, yeah, again, try and do things really quickly. Not trying to make it perfect by any means. I love being able to let go of that perfectionism I have on these streams. I just kind of do what I need to do and get it done, try and get it done as quick as I can, because I know I don't have long, so I feel like, right, let's see how far we can get. And maybe what I'll do is, like, during the week, maybe people can, like, request songs and I'll add it to the playlist. I know not everybody has got Spotify, but you can get a free account, to be fair. It's not like you have to pay for it. I think you just get ads or something now and again, but yeah, love Spotify. It's funny, like, I used to be a bit anti-Spotify. I used to be kind of like, yeah, no, I'll rather like buy the album and all the rest of it. But it's gone to a stage where it's kind of like a convenience thing. It's actually really easy to just create playlists, share playlists with friends and stuff. It's just really simple. So I've kind of, I think I've actually got like a proper family account now. Girlfriend and my dad use it as well now. So yeah. I'm not sure if this is working. Yeah, I kind of want like a fleshy kind of texture to this, which I've done before on other pieces, the skulls. Like I've got another project which I'll talk about another time, where I've got like these 3 different skulls, different characters, and yeah, I kind of do this flashy looking thing around here. It tends to look alright. Sometimes it can look a bit funny, but alright. Let's get that. Quarter to 7. Okay. Need to be a bit wary of the time. Quarter to 7. I need to do a few more bits on here. loving where that's going. Probably needs a bit of a touch up towards the end. No, I don't like that. So if I take out that one, take out that one. Pull that in. Just try and see. I want there to be a shadow there, but I don't necessarily want it to be too heavy duty. I think it'll look so much better once I get those glasses and stuff shaded properly, because it looks very silly at the moment. Right, what's this? This is okay, so that's that darker bit there. Yeah, that's looking better. Let's try and get that right. That's actually not looking too bad already. Quite liking the way that kind of curves the edge there. It looks a bit more like a cylindrical thing. Cylindrical. Like a spherical thing rather than flat. And that's the thing when I create these things with kind of just flat line work, there's like not very much detail, and that's all added in after with all the colouring and stuff. So yeah, I would love to add a bit more detail, I think, to my line work. Just get it looking a bit better. Let's get in there. Put it in. Liking this shading so far, guys. It's looking not too bad. It's dark enough. Darker one. Do I have a darker layer than that then? Ah, it could be because it's behind. Not actually bothering to. Maybe it wasn't behind. It's just that it didn't have. No, it does have a colour overlay. Okay. Right, let's try. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I want to have more of a shadow around there. And another thing I want to work on, keep going on about things I want to work on, I want to try and get some harder edge shadows on things. Like sometimes my shadows and my highlights are a bit soft, so kind of like that, where it's more. The only thing is I'm not sure if that's in line with the other stuff I've been doing on this project, so it may have to wait for the next one. We'll have to see how we go. I'm not quite sure if I like that. I might need a bit more tweaking. It's 10 to 7, so I might do an intermission soon. I don't need an intermission actually, might be alright. Because it's a shorter show, so it might actually be okay. Yeah, I don't really like that one. I think I might take that one off, put it somewhere else. Because the highlight should probably not be there. Maybe there. It's save. So save now. It's better. Oh, but Guns N' Roses now on the Spotify playlist. I think this might be the last song I have on here. I'll have to add some new tunes in a minute. And like I say, I hope you guys will request some stuff, because yeah, I'd love to hear some tracks that you like and you can hear them too. That would indeed be pretty cool. I've been looking for a way to do this, but I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but we'll soon see. Okay. I think I'll take that shadow out completely. I don't like it on this left side. But it does feel like it's lacking something maybe there instead. Which one's this? Okay, so that is on. I'll make a new one. New layer. Get the colour to be about halfway between things. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Nope, that doesn't look good. Oh man. Try and pull down that colour a bit. Tricky. Hard to see what might be the right colour. Not sure. Tricky. When you're shading things, it can be tough sometimes because you're trying to get things looking right. Ah, that's kind of cool. Kind of like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm after. Sometimes I actually know what I'm after and then suddenly it just clicks into place with this sort of stuff. That probably happens to you guys as well, I'm sure. Yeah, I think it needs. So yeah, I kind of feel like I need to do one on the other side now. Oh no, man, don't know if that works. But we'll see. We'll leave it in there for now. Let's have a bit more. Maybe the whole area should be moved up a bit. Move that bit as well. Get these horrible jaggy line things. Oh dear. Right. shadow's not quite right. I think I'll just have to work on that. I'm not quite sure what's going on the left side of this thing. Just need to try and work out what's going on. Best laid plans. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you see, and then all of a sudden it looks cool. Bizarre when that happens. Oh, it was my last song. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just thought my Spotify playlist, that was my last song, but it's not. Oops. Copy that in. Yeah, that's looking pretty damn cool. If I do say so myself. Yeah. Do like shading, do enjoy it. It's not quite there yet, obviously, but if I go back to the flats, we can see. I mean, yeah, it's quite a big difference there. I think I'll add a bit more here. There we go. Just adding that definition to the cheeks and stuff without making it look a bit weird is always a tricky one. See, it starts to look a little bit weird when you do that. There we go. Smarten up a bit. This is looking a bit dark overall. But I'm hoping to fix that up a bit. Just want it to fade in a bit more there. And it is literally a case of just tweaking, constantly tweaking shadows. That's what it's all about on this thing. Even that's like a bit, it looks cool, but it's a bit too dark. Maybe I can just pull that back a bit. I'm looking forward to adding, I need to add a bit of texture to this guy, because like I don't want it just to be airbrushed. I think I do want to add a bit of texture somehow to him. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I wonder what his outer colour's going to be. I'm guessing probably purple, I guess. Maybe I'll work on his little mohawk a bit more now. Save that. Save that. Right, okay, awesome. Yeah. Okay. Try and work out. I suppose it. Well, I think I will leave it as is, in terms of it looking like a carrot, because it's so funny. I love the fact that people think it looks like a carrot. I never would have thought it when I was creating it, that it would look like that. But hey, that's cool. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, let's see. It's coming at 7 o'clock now, so I've got half hour. Okay, I'll quickly do some details. White overlay. Oh, actually, I do want to keep my colours. Okay, I'll just quickly make a little colour palette. Don't want to lose I probably should do this using Adobe libraries or whatever it is, but I just don't have the time to fiddle with it. So let's just put in, is that there? Nope. Palette. There we go. And there's one. Don't want to lose my colours for now. 2. 3. Can't see the definition there. Try and keep purples in there as well. There we go. So I've got my palette sort of at least ready to go if I need it. Ooh, a bit of Megadeth playing now all of a sudden on this Spotify playlist. Fair enough. Keep on, sounds pretty cool. They must just randomise it after. Must do. Hidden layer. Right. Yeah, so I'll probably wrap up in about half hour or so, I think. I kind of want an extra dark layer on top of that. There's too much light there. So I'll probably, yeah, I think I'll go back to this for now. Get back on the carrot mohawk for now. Lovingly named. Right, yes, that's what I wanted to do. So if I go back to this, that's set to overlay. Okay. Add it to the dark layer. Nah, man, don't like that. Okay. Set that back to normal. What I'm trying to do is add a bit more detail to this, so it doesn't look so carroty, for want of a better word. Maybe I need to do. Maybe I do need to use my hairbrush then. Hairbrush. Nice clean brush. That's the wrong one. Hair is the right one. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong colour completely. Try and go with a darker colour, I think now. See how that looks. Hey, Anton Peck is here. Hey man, how you doing on this lovely sunny afternoon? At least in the UK, it's lovely and sunny. Yeah, it's awesome. Right now we are working on the carrot mohawk. So yeah, so I've been just doing a bit of shading on the rest of him so far. Let's reset that. Yeah, I've just been shading the rest, and now I'm going to try and get the carrot looking right. Sunny there too. Where are you based, man? Are you in the UK as well? I'm not quite sure. I think in general, I think a lot of places seem to be really sunny. I don't know what's going on really, but it's all good. I guess summer's coming, which is cool. Illinois, US. Oh man, cool. Love the US. Yeah, never been to Illinois though, I'll be honest with you. Been plenty of places. Been to Vegas, been San Francisco, New York, LA. Never headed over to that area. I don't want this to look too muddy. That's what I'm afraid of. Let's try and. Oh, that's kind of cool. Having a green in there. What do you think about that? Maybe not. Let's try and. Darker or lighter? Maybe darker would be cool. I don't know. Still trying to work out some of the colouring on this. You got anything planned for the weekend, Anton? Doing anything cool? We're probably just going to go to a town kind of near us where we are, because there's a lovely place we can go and eat and drink and shop and stuff. So we're probably going to go there tomorrow. A place called Chester. Oh man, the Spotify playlist. Number of the Beast by Maiden just came on. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, Anton, if you've got Spotify and you feel like listening to what I'm listening to, I'm testing out this Spotify thing where if you go on the Discord, either my Discord or James's Discord, there's like a listen along function. So basically you can hear what I'm listening to and you can request things and I can play them. It's something I'm trying out for next week when I officially announce it and get it working properly, because yeah, for now I haven't got all my stuff working yet, but you can request something if you want and I can play it manually if you fancy doing that. By the way, Anton, you're not on the Discord, are you? On my one. Yeah, feel free to join, man. I'll you know what I'll do, I'll give you the link. How can I do that? Bear with me a second. I really should have like a Nightbot or something set up on here. I used to have Spotify. If I get it again, I'll get it again when I start making income. I'm on my phone. Oh, okay, no worries, man. Anyway, I'll give you a link to the Discord anyway, because we do have a bit of fun on there. It's a bit different to James's one. Invite people. All right, I'll give you a little message on the chat on the Discord. You can join in. Anton, there he is. Feel free to join, man. And there's still like mostly the Signal Noise crew on it, but it's just like we talk about art and stuff, but we also talk about music quite a bit as well. And yeah, it's really cool that people actually hang out there. Really happy with that, because I didn't think, because obviously we've got James's Discord, but people still chat on mine a little bit, which is really nice. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I think you could probably... I did see that there was like... I don't know if SoundCloud is another option. I don't know if that's free, if it's free music, or if it's just like certain things are free. Because I know Spotify's got like an ad-based system. So you can still listen along. Yeah. How much? Black. A bit too dark. Yeah, I just wanted to have that. Maybe it's a bit too much. You have Amazon Prime. Oh, okay, man. I've got no idea how that works. I'll be honest with you. The only reason I've got Spotify is because, yeah, a couple of people I know sort of recommended it, and I'd been using the free version for ages. So, what would be cool is if there was a way of syncing it all together, eh? Right, I've got colour overlay on that. Okay, it's 7:10, so I'm just going to quickly wrap up the carrot for now. Yeah, Anton, basically this is going to be a shorter show than usual, so I'm literally going to do another 20-25 minutes. I'm trying to... What I'm thinking is like Wednesday will be the main show, where there's like a good 2 hours worth of content. I think Nick's here. Nick is here in the channel. My girlfriend's in the channel, but she might be busy making food or doing something else. Yeah, it's pretty quiet to be honest, because it's Friday. Yeah, so basically I think the Friday one will be kind of like an unplugged edition of the show, I suppose you could call it. So I might get my acoustic guitar out and play a bit of acoustic guitar. That might be quite fun. And yeah, and just have like me doing a bit of work, people just chilling out in the chat, play a couple of songs, a couple of drinks or whatever, whatever you guys want, man. Yeah, so yeah, and I'm still testing out times, to be honest with you, but I think Wednesday, everybody seemed to tune in on Wednesday, so that was awesome. And yeah, I would like to make Wednesday the main event, where I put like all my sections in there and do a good 2.5 hours maybe on a Wednesday, and then Friday is an unplugged. We chill out, have a bit of a chat. No worries. If people can't tune in, they can't. No worries. And maybe there'll be certain segments or something that I only do on Fridays. I don't know, man. We'll see. See how we go. I really would like to get this music feature working though, because what I'm planning is like you'll be able to request stuff and it'll pop up at on the bottom left of the overlay. So when of the video basically that you're watching will show the song in real time, which would be pretty cool. I was testing it earlier on my laptop and it seemed to work quite nicely. But anyway, that'll be announced next week. Yeah, well, these highlights look a bit better now. It's interesting because I thought Nick was from the UK as well. For some reason, I think everyone's from the UK. If you get a regular schedule, Proclaim and I will add you to the group schedule we're going to make. Yeah, man, because Proclaim's been talking about that for a while now. I don't want to kind of conflict with people. So, for example, I've done a Tuesday slot a couple of times before Proclaim, which was fun. Yeah, I still need to work out if Wednesday's the best option, but I think next week's one will be Wednesday, so that's something. Yeah, that's cool. That's looking much better. Why? That's there. Oh, I see. Okay. Does it look even more like a carrot now? I'm not sure. A little bit. Oh man. Maybe I'll have to add some hair coming off of it or something. I don't know what that would look like. I'll quickly try it. Let's see what happens. Random. Okay, wrong colour. You know what? Maybe that is the solution. It could be a hairy carrot. That's still the wrong colour. What on earth? Colour pick. Yeah, if I put that above the inking, this is like really, really punk rock. You're rolling on the floor laughing. Yeah, basically, from last stream, we're calling this the carrot Mohawk. See, maybe like just doing that helps a bit. Maybe. I don't know. Might look crap. Oops, that's wrong. It's kind of cool though. Hairy carrots. Yeah. There's no getting away from the carrot look, I'm afraid. I think that's what it is going to be. Hey, let's do this. Bit of fun for a Friday afternoon. Yeah, I'll leave that off for now. Alright guys, so I'll leave that for now. And what I'll do is I'll flick over to Vault now. And I'll pause Spotify because I can hear it in my ear. Okay, let's see. It's the Vault for this week. So I did a Raw on a Wednesday even. And for the Vault this week, I am kind of trying to look back at an older piece of work like I did a couple of weeks ago, and also something I picked up along the way on my travels, I suppose you could say, going to gigs and stuff. And now one thing I wanted to prepare was to actually find the photos. Let me see if I can find some photos very quickly. Bear with me a second, guys. Basically, I just wanted to pull up some photos from a gig that I went to. I'm trying to think when it was. It must be. I'm using Google Photos, which is awesome because you can actually search by place and by time and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Okay, pulling up some pics. This is a different gig. Is this the gig? Oh yeah, here we go. Found it. Okay, so that's good. Right. So yeah, so here are these two little pieces. The first thing on the left is a piece of work I made about 12 years ago, and it was, I guess it was just like an experiment at the time into abstract work. I mean, I found a bunch of old work and I can't find the PSD file for this. But if I just switch to my small camera, you might be able to see it. Let's just, wrong camera. Oops, save. No, don't save. So yeah, you can see kind of a bigger version of this. And it was just like kind of a abstract piece that I worked on. So this was made March 2005. So this was me just experimenting with Photoshop. Not really too sure what I was doing. I literally kind of just downloaded a ton of brushes and just started playing about and mucking around with things. And a lot of these weren't even my own brushes. I hadn't even worked out how to make brushes at that point. So I was trying to find a way to make like this abstract smoky looking thing and just playing about. And I think actually, I tell a lie, I can't be 100% certain, but I think the text on the bottom right hand side is actually one of my own brushes from back in the day. I think I scanned something from back in the day and tried to make it look oldie worldy, I suppose. Yeah, cloud filter, yeah, that's the one. That was like my little secret weapon at the time, like trying to kind of create something abstract, and then I would plonk on different brushes that I downloaded. So yeah, so this is from March 2005, and I don't know, there's loads of these sorts of things that I've made over the years, and I'm looking forward to sharing some other ones coming up in the next few weeks, because I've got a bunch of different ones. Maybe I'll load another one up now actually while we're here. Let's see. This one's kind of similar. So this one I had like a thing that says code meets design. And I have absolutely no idea what my thought process was here. I think it was literally just like chuck in some random typography. I didn't really know what I was doing in terms of typography at the time either. Like I wasn't as kind of clued up about typography as I am now. This one's from 20th of July 2006. So this one's actually after. And then I just, what it looks like I pasted a load of random bits and pieces from what looks like, I think it looks like ASP.NET code, because I was into ASP.NET at the time, the programming language. Yeah, it looks totally like, it looks like I literally copied and pasted a piece of code that I found online. Crazy. Oh man. Yeah. Not so secret. Yeah. And then I've got if, then, else, and if, question mark. I mean, that's just so random. So random. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking with this, but hey, it was a good muck around anyway. I've got more pieces and I'll probably show them at a different time. So yeah, and if I flick back to the slide, and then on the right is actually a plectrum I caught at a gig. So if I switch to my main camera, maybe I'll switch to the smaller one. If I switch to this one, you can kind of see the plec there. Is it the right way around? I don't even know. Might not be. Yeah, it's the right way around. So yeah. So this is effectively a bullet for my Valentine plectrum that I caught at the gig. Must have been, let me just check my Google Photos. Pretty sure, right, that's in front of the camera now, that's not very good. December 2016. December 2016, this gig, this plectrum, I caught it, and it was the lead guitarist who threw it out into the audience, and I managed to catch it. It may have been me, it may have been my girlfriend, I can't remember who caught it, but I think it may have been me. And yeah, so his name's Padge. I think that's his abbreviated name. So yeah, and so if I flick over to the main camera, small camera even, let me just expand this out so it takes the screen. You can see some of the photos from the gig. It was a pretty awesome gig, and I was pretty much on the barrier. So, so yeah, that was an absolutely awesome gig we went to. It was actually the they have this album called The Poison. It's like probably my favorite album of theirs. Wow, it's really bright. Is that a video? It's loading probably. No. Oh yeah. So here you go. So that's the guitarist there. If I just reduce the size of that so you can see it a bit better. There you go. So that's the guitarist. And yeah, they were playing the whole of the Poison album, which is I think their second album or their first album. I can't remember. It's one or the other. And it is just such an awesome album. You guys should definitely check it out. It's almost start to finish, like awesome. Like there's no filler in there. It is just a great album to check out. And so these guys, because it was like 10 years or something like that since they've released it, they decided to kind of just play the whole thing in its entirety. And I love it because I've not been to a gig like that where I love the album and they play the whole thing from start to finish. I know there's a few other bands who've done similar, but this is the first one I actually gone to where they've done that. I mean, it was such a cool show. It was like lasers, flames. This was at Brixton Academy, I think, which is in London. And yeah, this video's trying to load, but probably don't have the bandwidth. And I might share a bunch of these on the Discord, actually. I might just share that folder. Yeah, no. So anyway, so awesome gig. And I was fortunate enough to actually catch a plec, which doesn't happen very often, if I'm honest with you. So this is the guy here with the Flying V guitar. I don't know his name. I know his abbreviated Padge, and they're Welsh, so it must stand for something. Anyways, yeah. So so that's the Vault. I'm looking forward to doing some more of those. I've got loads more bits and pieces that I've discovered over the years and collected from various gigs, and loads of older art to show. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay. Right, so next, I'm not 100% prepared for this, but let me just grab my guitar quickly. Rightio, okay. That's in the way, let's move that out of the way, okay. So yeah, I usually do the blast at some stage, but today we're just going to play a little bit of guitar, a bit softer than usual. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and add some effects at some point. I'm going to try and get it so that I can have some effects on my little video, around my video, so it won't just be kind of creative stuff necessarily showing on the video, but it'll be like effects that I can add, for want of a better word. Okay, so let's see if this works. Seems to be working. Just turn up a bit. Okay. Right, bit of a softer vibe today because it's the Unplugged edition. Let me just center my camera a bit better. Didn't even bother to do that. There we go. That's a bit better. Right. Are those pickups EMGs? Yeah, man. EMG pickups. They're the Zakk Wylde. They're the Zakk Wylde pickups. Zakk Wylde, who's in what band's he in again? I know he played with Ozzy Osbourne. I can't remember what band he's in now. So anyway, yeah, I got these installed on a Les Paul, and they just sound really nice. I'm going to play some soft stuff, and then I might play a bit of heavy metal as well. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch over to my other bit of sound. I don't know how that sounded for you guys. I hope it sounded good. I'm now gonna. I actually have got a pedal to switch between things, but I haven't actually set it up because I didn't think about it. So yeah. So with this being a bit of an unplugged session, I'm just giving it a whirl. Okay, let's see if this is working. Yeah, okay, that's working. Thanks, man. Thanks, Anton. So here's a bit of heavy metal for you guys. Maybe a little bit slower than usual because I tend to really kick it into gear. But here's a bit of a heavy metal solo for you guys. There we go. So that's our Friday, little Friday bit of rock and roll right there. Okay. So I think we'll call it a day for today. Yeah, really enjoyed working on that this afternoon at a really kind of slower pace than I usually go. Cheers for the horns, guys. Rock on to all of you. Yeah, quite liked actually taking a bit slower on the guitar as well, because usually I play really fast stuff, you know, because I know I haven't got much time and stuff. So yeah, it was quite nice to actually take it a bit slower today and play a little bit slower. A few more little solos and licks in there. Yeah, so so next week it's going to be Wednesday, the next show, and I've got some quite exciting stuff planned. I might very well be doing the cereal challenge, so it might be a double header. So I might be doing the skull for half of the carrot mohawk skull for half of it, and then the other half I might be doing the cereal challenge. And also I've got a bunch of stuff planned. I'm going to try and get the Spotify thing working so that people can actually request songs and they'll play, and it'll actually come up on the video and stuff. I don't know how to get it so it says who's requested the song. I might try and see if I can do that as well. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so looking forward to you guys tuning in next Wednesday, I hope. So yeah, all that's left for me to say is to have a great weekend. Put up a little thank you slide. So yeah, so next Wednesday, 25th April, 6 p.m. I think I've got the date right, so hopefully that's all good. Anyways, so yeah. So like I say, have a great weekend, guys. Rock on and rock hard.